Oh, hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the bunker. I'm Johnny. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'll be showing you 5 Harbor Freight products to boost your woodworking process. Harbor Freight is known for their inexpensive power tools, but aside from power tools, they also carry thousands of other items, many of which can come in very handy in the workshop, making your work process faster and more efficient. The products that I'll be showing you today are items that I use frequently here in the bunker. Aside from those 5 products, I'll also be showing you one bonus item towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. Alright guys, the first Harbor Freight item is super glue. There's super glue in the regular formula, and this is a super glue gel. This you can get for $4.99, which is a 10-pack, or you can get a 3-pack for $1.99. Again, this is the gel, but the regular super glue is even less expensive than these. If you're ever in a pinch and you need super glue right away, but you can't wait for Amazon to deliver it, then just head over to Harbor Freight. You can get one of these and you can use them in these small tubes. You don't have to worry about opening a big tube, say from Amazon. You just open one tube at a time, and you can seal it. If you don't finish it, you can still seal it up and it'll stay good for a while. But then you have the rest that are nice and sealed from the factory. So that helps as far as keeping the glue from drying or hardening, because I had a big tube of CA glue that I ordered from Amazon one time. I had used maybe about a quarter of it already, but I still had a lot of it left. But what happened is I lost the cap, so I put a screw into the tip to try to preserve the super glue. Well, all the glue that was in the tip of that bottle dried up. It hardened. I couldn't fix it at all. The only way to save it was to cut the bottle under the hardened glue, but then I didn't have anywhere else to put the good glue into, so I just had to throw it away. But like I said, if you run out of super glue and you need something right away, these are very handy. You can use this super glue when you're making jigs or any project. As far as jigs, some people use it when they're making crosscut sleds or any type of sled that's going to go on the table saw. They like to use them on the miter bars when they're positioning the base of the jig onto the miter bars. They'll use some CA glue on the miter bars. That way they can get it in position, then they can turn it around and screw the base into the miter bars. But it works for that, for any type of project, small project, big project. If you ever need a quick bond for 2 pieces of wood, super glue is the way to go. You can even use it in combination with wood glue. That way you can continue working without having to wait for the wood glue to dry and having the clamps in the way. You can continue working when you use the CA glue or the super glue. Plus, you can use it around the shop for anything. If something breaks, it's good for plastic, metal, ceramic, wood, so you can repair any item that might break in your workshop. You can use the super glue for that too. And just like with CA glue, you can use accelerator spray with this super glue from Harbor Freight. Alright guys, the next item from Harbor Freight are the Microfiber Cloths. These come in a 4-pack like this one, or a 12-pack. A 4-pack costs you about $3.99, and a 12-pack is $5.99. So the 12-pack is definitely the best deal. You can use these microfiber cloths for many things in the shop. You can use them to wipe down your dirty tools. You can use it to clean your workbench. You can also use them to clean up glue after a glue up. Works very good for that. Also, you can use them for staining if you'd like. If you're going to use them for staining, make sure you don't cut them, because then they leave back a lot of lint on your wood. So just use them as is without cutting them if you're going to stain with them. Also, between sanding or between grits or after sanding, this attracts dust very well. It's a dust magnet. So after you're sanding or between grits, you can wipe down your wood and get all that dust off. Or you can even soak it with or wet it with some mineral spirits and then wipe down your wood, and it works very well. So again, like I said, it's lint free if you don't cut it. You can even use it around the house or to detail your car, the inside of your car, whatever you want to use them with. Not only good for the workshop, it's good anywhere else. And it doesn't scratch as easy as other materials do, so that's a good thing. So consider some microfiber cloths from Harbor Freight. You won't go wrong with them. Alright, item number 3 from Harbor Freight that'll boost your woodworking process are these Neodymium Magnets, rare earth magnets. These come in a small tube just like this, and there's 10 little magnets $2.99 for 10 magnets. These magnets are a lot stronger than regular magnets. Now, the diameter of each of these magnets is 5/16 of an inch. They're not too small, but they're not very big either. But you can use these magnets for so many things. You can use them when making jigs, any sort of jig in your projects, like for example, box lids or doors, cabinet doors, any type of project. Wherever you need something to close properly, you should definitely consider using some rare earth magnets. What I also like to use these for is I like to glue them to my tools, like on my bandsaw and my table saw. On my table saw, I have 2 magnets glued onto the front of the table saw on the bottom, and that's where I keep my 1, 2, 3 blocks on those magnets. And on the bandsaw, I have another few magnets glued to the bandsaw, one where I keep a wrench and some Allen wrenches as well. There's so many uses for these magnets. They come in very handy. The next item is this 6-inch quick release bar clamp from Harbor Freight. They're only $2.99 each. You can't beat that. This clamp has a 2.5-inch throat depth right here. They're lightweight but very sturdy, with a quick release lever right here, a comfort grip handle, and it's got a powder coating which resists corrosion. These provide good clamping pressure for most projects, especially for small projects. They are really good clamps. I've been using these ever since I started woodworking here in the bunker, which was about 1.5 years ago. They've never disappointed me. The only thing is, I don't recommend any of these clamps that are longer than 6 inches. Anything longer, the bars tend to bend with a lot of pressure. These are the ones you really want, the 6-inch. You might have heard of a YouTube channel called Make Something with David Picciuto. He uses tons of these clamps and he talks very good about these clamps. He uses them a lot. You might want to check out his channel. I'll put the link to his channel in my description. But yeah, he uses these. He has nothing but good things to say about these clamps from Harbor Freight. What I use these a lot for are my bandsaw boxes. Whenever I need to glue up my boards together to make a bandsaw box, these clamps come in very handy. So consider picking some of these up at Harbor Freight. Item number 5 is the magnetic tool holder from Harbor Freight. This is 18 inches long. It has a big magnet right here, and it's in a steel U channel. If you've been meaning to organize your workshop, you might want to consider getting some of these. These you can anchor to your wall anywhere in your workshop, on the side of your workbench. It'll work as long as you can have somewhere to screw them into. There's 2 holes, one on each end. All you do is stick your tools on it and they'll hold them nice and sturdy. It's a strong magnet. Just like that. What you can do is, if you have this close to your workbench, or you have one of these by your workbench, you can have your most frequently used tools on the magnetic bar right here, and they'll be visible, handy, and safely out of the way. That way you don't have tools all over your workbench. You just reach over and stick them on the magnetic tool holder, and then when you need it, just grab it and then again put it back where you got it from, out of the way, so you don't have to worry about a bunch of clutter on your table. All right guys, those were 5 Harbor Freight products to boost your woodworking process. Oh, wait a minute. I have one bonus product that I forgot to show you. The last item and our bonus item from Harbor Freight that can come in very handy in the workshop is the 0.30 caliber ammo box. This sells for $5.99 each. This is made of a heavy gauge polypropylene. It's dust proof, rust proof, and it has a water resistant lid. It has a seal right here around the lid. It also has a hole for a padlock in case you want to put a lock on it. So it also resists moisture. This is very good for shop organization, or just to hold things that you don't normally use all the time. I have tools that I use frequently, then I have other tools that I don't use very much. Those are the tools that go into my ammo box. Just like these tools right here. And this clamps down nice and tight, and I can put it out of my way. You can use this ammo box to store tools, fasteners, hardware, any other type of supplies that you need to put into a container, especially if it's something that you don't want to get wet or absorb any moisture. Also, you can make this into a first aid kit. You can put first aid supplies in there and it'll be a good first aid kit. Or you can buy some and use it for whatever you'd like, not necessarily in the workshop. Anywhere around the house, in your shed, to store items, whatever you want to use it for, but I use it here in the workshop for my tools. All right guys, those were a total of 6 Harbor Freight products to boost your woodworking process. I have plenty more Harbor Freight products that you can use around the workshop. If you'd like to see more, please let me know in the comments below. Or if there's any items or products that you use in the shop from Harbor Freight, please let me know also in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Also, consider subscribing to our channel. And with all that said, I want to thank you for watching. Y'all take it easy. And remember, exercise your right to bear tools. Over and out.